Switch it away.
Hello and welcome to the hubcast.
Goodness. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. How's everyone doing this fine day?
Woo.
Man.
Oh, wait, that thing's blocking the camera.
Yes, our mics are on.
I see some muted in the chat. But
No
That was
sound,
from-
no sound.
That was before.
there it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
now
sorry. It just took
There
a
it
second
is.
for
Here
it to
say
pop up.
Oh,
Daddy. Ooh.
let's not.
It begins.
It's begun.
It begins. So we actually are here welcoming everyone to the premiere of the Hubcast, our brand new podcast.
Yep.
We figured it would be a good idea to just kind of reinvent our whole podcast thing, get a new set. Joe's done an amazing job.
Can we do a round of applause really quick?
We'll get to the round of applause. Oh, okay.
Round
Well, I
of
guess
applause!
it's-
Round of applause!
Can I say,
it's
interrupting
happening
Jordan
anyway.
right now, I got to shout four people. There's Reddit users, get, Arc for Life, Drooling Pandas, Taco Bell Run 182, all said the Hubcast. They suggested the
in the
Hubcast on
suggestion.
Reddit.
Well done.
So yeah,
Okay,
on the
cool.
Reddit, Spencer made a post and had everyone go through and make suggestions for the for the new name of the podcast, and this is what we came up with. So nice and sleek and
Sweet.
simple,
Straight
and
to the point.
Straight to
Yes.
the point.
Yeah. Homegrown. This wall will grow in time.
Yep.
As we get new swag from our adventures, stickers.
Pretty well
It'll come to
decorated.
life.
It's cool.
yeah.
There's some
Hopefully
cool
our
There's
stuff
some really
up
fun
here.
stuff already. So
Oh, yeah. Hats off to you, Joe, because you did all of this pretty much.
Hats off to
Thank
Joe
you.
and
Thank
my
you for letting me do
horrible,
it. Yeah.
I've had hair. I'm not taking my hat
Had a lot
off,
of
but
fun.
I already said good job to you. So.
Had a lot of fun. Alex and I made it happen.
Yes.
And here we are. Here we
Hey,
are.
Alex,
It's about time.
what do you
These
think about the new
fucking
set?
microphones.
I think it looks amazing.
Look at Alex.
Look at that right there. Look at that. People thought we only had 3 cameras.
We have
we have
four.
4.
Four,
We
already
baby.
did- did we
We should have
Four.
a,
Yeah,
can we have a
I'm
fifth
pretty
camera
sure.
that's just like staring at a random corner in the office?
It's just like, let's go to the corner
Like
cam.
that scene in Da Vinci.
I've never seen Da Vinci.
Then they come back and we're
They had
snorting
the-
crack cocaine.
Yes.
Anyway, but yeah, so this has been a project that's been in the works for quite some time, and we're really excited to get back into it. We've had a lot of just random discussions spring up around the office, and we're always just like, why don't we get back into getting the podcast done? So
Well, we had a similar set based like our RTX setup for a while too. That was like pretty much just 2 futons, looked more similar to the last set. But I feel like this one is this one's so much higher production. There's so much more effort
there's a
put
lot more
into it.
going
It's
on.
not just like a black room with some orange and black curtains.
yeah, hey, we
couple
were trying
plants.
back then.
No, I love that set.
That was Steph set up. That was when she first came
Hey,
in. So
yeah.
take
No, it
that,
wasn't.
Steph. Joe
What?
destroyed you.
But
Yeah.
either way, that set was
You
still
deserve
very
it.
charming. But this
I
is
just
very
did.
impressive
It's
to
over
me.
here.
I like this a lot.
Yep.
Cheers,
We gotta
cheers.
figure this out. I don't know about this.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Where is Dan?" Dan is in San Francisco right now.
So yeah, Dan actually
is
went out
not
for an event. I don't know if it's if he's supposed to be talking about it or not. So he's out in San Francisco right now.
We'll just leave it at
and
that.
he was unable to make it for the first episode, which he was very upset and sad about. And then I just slapped him and said, "Daniel, get yourself together. You'll be in the next one because
That's exactly
we plan to
how it
have
happened.
these."
He's probably gonna be in every one. So
Yeah, more than likely.
That means episode 2 is going to be like this one. Just
What, Dan?
With-
he'll
Dan.
he'll
The next
restart
one.
the series.
Yeah,
He'll
exactly.
This is like the
reiterate-
pilot of Seinfeld before they brought is it Elaine?
Elaine? She didn't. Was it? She was in
Elaine
the first
wasn't
one.
in the pilot.
No, she's not in the pilot.
She's
Oh.
not.
No, because it was
Elaine
just
is
it
not
was
in the pilot.
Yeah, it was just all the guys, and
Oh.
they brought Elaine on.
Oh.
It was
Oh, I didn't know
significantly
that.
better.
Okay.
Okay,
The
interesting.
more you know.
It's interesting watching The Office around and around again because you see all the people that get the fuck out of there by the end of, or like midway through season 1.
Yeah.
How many
Joe
seasons
pointed
did The
out.
Office go for?
9.
Didn't they do one
goodness.
For a long
without
time.
Steve Carell, or they do 2?
He left, I think, like a season and a half remaining.
Okay.
But it was actually I don't know about this, but it was a great show. And that's our Office segment. All right.
Anyway, okay, so let me just give a quick rundown about
Yes.
this podcast. Oh yeah, there you go, Nitro. There you go. Get that vanilla porter.
I just tilted the entire table. It's okay.
Better watch it. There's drinks on set now.
I'll get some
I know.
sandbags.
I'll be careful. Sorry.
I
Okay,
might
can I
grab
continue with my
Yeah,
thought
right,
here?
you
Oh,
focus
sorry.
on Jordan.
Let's focus on Jordan.
The Hubcast. Let me just give you guys a quick rundown. We are, my goodness.
Oh my god.
Don't jump over this table, which Joe made, by the way, with his own 2 hands.
My bare feet.
He nailed it together with his bare feet.
Bare feet.
Okay, let me finally get to what I was trying to say. The
Oh, yeah.
Hubcast is going to be a weekly podcast. We're going to have it every week. We haven't nailed down the exact day and time. This was kind of a tester to see, kind of like, what people really enjoyed. We're planning to shoot it Wednesday, get it uploaded and everything on VOD format and all that stuff. What are you doing, Spencer? Okay, I'm just going to
he's writing it down. Okay, that makes sense.
Uploaded VOD form on YouTube on Thursday. So Wednesday stream, Thursday upload. That's the initial time. We might mess with that initially just to see if we can find a better time. I don't know what day would work best for everyone. We'll find out what works best as Joe breaks something over there. And then our plan
over here. Jesus. Sorry.
Just rather upset because Joe just broke something on the set. We worked so hard.
That's
okay,
fine.
It's good.
Yay,
It's
we didn't
good?
break anything.
It was just too wobbly. There we go.
It's all good.
Oh, wait.
Here, wait. This is tight.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's a good.
You keep talking. We got
Okay, we're good.
Anyway, so the basic plan with the Hubcast was to replace our weekly show, The Hub, which we upload every Friday because we figured that it would be better to give a quick update at the beginning of every Hubcast, just kind of going over what we've done for the week so that we can fill that hub slot with a different gameplay video or something.
And how many hubs have we done? Like 250?
Oh, we've done a lot of hubs.
A lot of hubs.
It's sad to see it come to an end, but at this point, we've been working so hard to crank out 2 videos a day that it was just really hard to actually
Crank.
Yeah, we've
Just
been
got
cranking
crank
them
them out.
out.
Or shove that
Hashtag
mean to the
grind.
slot and crank it out.
In crank.
So at the end of one era, but beginning of another, and I think it's
Yes.
going to be really fun
Let's
to be able
cheers
to come
to that.
through here and kind of go over a week with everyone in a Hubcast
Cheers.
format.
Cheers. Cheers.
This will be
Cheers
fun.
for fears.
I can't reach
Can I get
you.
more cheers?
I can't reach you. Cheers.
Pass it down. Yeah.
You have
It's
to
like
make
a
eye contact when you cheers
psychokinetic
with everybody.
I was watching my drink more than anything.
I know you were.
Bunch of alkies.
And on that note,
Tastes so good.
it does.
Why do we have a
But,
timer in the table?
thought
I
it was
like it.
cool. It's ferrofluid. Somebody sent this
It's
in.
pretty.
I'm not sure, but when you flip it over, you get it going. The sands are like magnetic.
Oh, yeah, I remember getting this. It was a little
cool.
bit janky, but it was really cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So
I like that.
We'll figure out our center.
Someone said Alex Cam is so cute. What do you think
is
about that,
pretty cute.
Alex?
Oh!
Thanks, Alex.
Here's your good one, Alex.
That was
And
good.
then one final point
Oh, yeah.
before I get on is the fact that this is our best format and location show to invite guests on. So
Yeah.
it will be
Ooh.
hopefully a steady stream of guests coming through, not only
Yeah.
through the Let's Play family, but hopefully people outside of that as well.
Whoever
Yes.
we want to talk to.
Who should we try and get on here first?
Maddie D.
Seth Rogen.
We get, okay, so we can get Maddie D out here.
Hey, Seth Rogen
Who
was
is
just on movie
harder?
fights.
Joe
He's
Rogan.
he's
Who
actually
is
that
harder
could
to
happen.
get out
I
here? I
would
think we should
love
go
Seth
for Joe
Rogan.
Rogan.
Let's get Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
We can
Joe
do it
Rogan.
simulcast.
We get-
You
I
can
want-
do Joe Rogan
ooh.
experience.
Yes.
I want Anna
Oh, yeah, he
Kendrick.
does a podcast.
Anna
Oh, my
Kendrick. We
goodness.
get Anna
Okay.
Kendrick on
She's
here?
pretty, but I don't know how. Well, she's funny.
She's funny.
Anna Kendrick, is she
Ish,
the
I
redhead?
think.
No, she's the one that everyone thinks is ugly but is beautiful.
No one thinks she's ugly.
Every time I say that I think Anna Kendrick's attractive, everyone's like, "Oh, you like
She
Anna
looks like
Kendrick?"
a-
And I'm like,
She has a funny resting
Let's go.
face. It's like,
"Hey, someone said Seth Rogen in the chat."
Wow, how'd you do that? 'Cause it's a very specific lip thing that goes on,
I
and
study.
you just did it.
Thank you. I can't do it again. Thank you.
No, it was like you can't fake that face, and then Steph just offhand does it, and it's the best.
Yeah,
Because
well,
I have that resting bitch face as well.
But you can morph
No, I'm
yours.
just kidding.
You're like an anamorph.
that's pretty
change into
scary.
different resting bitch faces.
Scarifying.
Oh, you don't even know. Yes, I
She
can.
frauded her way through
So,
here.
Jared, I want Jared on the show.
See this?
Jared from Subway?
Yeah.
Oh
He's
my
just
goodness.
by the way,
He
Jared
actually-
from Subway is probably
that's
20
actually a good
minutes away
point.
from
Jared,
us.
Jared is currently 15 to 20 minutes
Did you
away
hear what
from
he
us.
just did?
No.
He's suing the parents of the kid he molested for not watching their kids well enough.
So he's saying like
We might have a
Parental-
case here.
He's
Jared.
saying if you
Parental
would watch your
neglect.
kids better, I wouldn't have molested them.
my
All right, wait.
Aren't I a
So
lovable
who
chump?
suggested to bring him on here?
I said I want Jared on here, and he said from Subway.
Jordan. Stop talking.
Oh, you mean Jared?
Yeah.
Jared.
Jared. Okay, yeah. Maybe at some point we'll have him on. He'd be too mean to us all, though. So I don't know about that. I'd also
Break everything.
He would. He'd break
he
it.
would break everything, including your nice table
That you worked really hard
that you
on.
built. So how long
This
did
is
it
cool.
take you to build this set? Because it was a lot of palette work,
Yeah.
painting,
Lighting.
Okay, 2 solid weeks.
2 solid weeks.
solid weeks.
It was
Bear
quite.
with.
Yeah. What are you
Did
doing?
you not see
Jesse?
when it fell?
No,
and he
it
was
just-
like,
it keeps
"Oh!"
tipping over on us.
Oh.
It was pretty
Here,
funny.
we need a different solution for the side ones. You know, I'm not having any issues over here. My mic is just fine.
Do you have the lack though, the table?
Mic is just fine.
Because that's why.
Cool, thank you.
Excellent.
Sorry,
Yeah,
you
if,
guys.
we-
We're
hey,
still
if we
getting
got
the kinks
if we
worked
got
out.
if we got
Exactly.
D4 and NY across the pond,
Oh,
he
yeah,
would
you better
be on the
believe
show.
he'd be
You
on
better
here.
believe
That'd
he'd
be fun to
on
have
here.
him on here. Live performance. We could have live performances on here. They
No,
could
we can't.
perform
This
right
is
here in the
not-
back.
He is
that's
so
fine.
sweet though.
Well,
So
be like, and now-
this
and they'll just
person's
rise
coming out
out.
with a brand new album. It's D4 and NY, and then he just
There
like
he
kind
is.
of
Yeah. In
the
raises the
corner.
camera up
he'll,
and he
no,
kind of
he'll
pops
stands
up.
pop up. He'll stand
Real
up
slow.
fully. He'll just like rise and just go.
That'd be pretty great,
Hello
actually.
to all the haters.
Like we
Wait,
would
goodbye
talk for a
to all-
while.
Goodbye to all the
Goodbye
haters
to
that
all
Hello
hate on me.
to my new friend.
The things he
To the
say makes me
hubcast.
love him so much. Not only on Twitter, but the first thing I heard him say when we were in England was Dex is like we gotta go.
kill it.
Oh, it's a moth.
That's good luck.
Oh,
I tried to
say-
catch
Oh,
him.
it's like Lord of the Rings.
Oh gosh, right
Felix
on the
Light.
light.
The first thing I heard Danny say while we were in England was, Dex was like, "We gotta go gambling," and then he's like, "No, man, that's a bad bet." And I was like, "You
That's
tell
my
him,
kind of-
Danny.
He
You
like
tell
it was
him."
snappy too. It
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
even
right-
like
like right
he's
there.
just
That's
like
funny.
on all the time.
I've
It's
had the
just pretty
pleasure of
great.
meeting him yet. But.
So that moth reminded me of something.
Mothra.
It just reminds me of that scene in Lord of the Rings where Gandalf's like,
No, stop it. You're ruining my segue right here.
speaks
Alex
to
was
it.
laughing at my segue. But basically, the moth flew onto the light and almost shriveled up, but it's not that powerful of a light, so it's fine. We went camping. If you saw the camping
"Oh
videos.
yeah, I've been wanting to talk about this forever."
Yeah, see, this is another great place to just kind of go over things that happen randomly when the camera's not on. We were
wish
sitting
the
around
camera
the
was on.
campfire. It was late that night. I don't know. It was like, it was night hours. You kind of lose track of camping.
Something was in the
time.
air that night.
Something was in the air, and there was a bug.
An innocent bug. He was on
Innocent
your
bug.
shoe.
Already
He
going
was
there?
on my shoe, and he was just hanging out there. He kind of looked hideous.
Which
I'm
I
not gonna
think
lie.
that
Oh,
made it
so
in the video.
gross.
The bug made it in the video.
Oh,
No,
he
the
did?
bug is in the video.
Oh, really? Okay.
What
in
happened
the
after
video.
So,
did
yes,
not.
that did not. Apparently, Steph felt it necessary to, what?
Continue.
Spencer.
Joe, you forgot to turn the lights on. The lights have been off this whole time.
Page 2.
Okay,
Wait,
there we go.
we forgot the other one.
Nope, that one's on, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh, here, I'll get
It's,
it.
there you go.
Not that
Perfect.
one.
No, wait. No, the one that has
I
plugs
see
in it, Jordan.
I see it. Spencer, keep telling the story. I'll get it.
Please turn
Guys,
on the
careful,
empty-
careful. This looks so
Watch out for
awkward
Chiefs.
from my
Oh,
angle.
Sorry, thanks for being a support.
Man.
All right. There we go. It's lit now.
So we got some LED lights and some.
Yeah, can you see him now?
Were you telling a story?
Yeah, sorry, continue.
So, this bug was on the camera. Everyone saw this bug. It was kind of hideous. It was kind of big.
No,
we gotta
it
let
wasn't
it go.
that bad. It was no
handsome.
moth.
It was no moth. This bug made a resurgence a few hours later, and Stephanie felt it necessary to bury this poor bug alive in the dirt
And massage it.
and
Well,
massage
first,
it.
no, she poked it a little bit
Oh,
first.
yeah. Like all cats and various animals that like to kill for fun. She poked around at it just to kind of see, what's this bug willing to take before it tries to scamper away.
I think she actually took one of its legs off.
I
then
You
did
ever-
tear a leg
Yes.
off.
Did you ever
Poking
dry rub a
process.
steak?
No, here's what happened. Okay,
Like that.
I was playing with it and I accidentally buried it.
Okay.
accidentally,
Don't
by
jump that far
designing
ahead.
its tomb,
You-
Steph? Or-
You scooped up the sand and poured it on top
and
of
then it
that
would
poor
proceed to
bug.
look at me and chuckle. And be like, you hate this, don't you?
Well, we kept bringing this up like, Steph,
Doing it.
what are you doing?
Well,
and she
well,
would
the
just
first,
laugh.
okay, so it was in kind of rounds. The first round, she put it under the gravel and kind of put her foot on it. Didn't
Yeah.
press down hard, just kind of rubbed her
I-
foot around on top of it and
Like
fluffed
trying to
it.
look for it.
So then she started picking away at the dirt, kind of
Because I
just
felt
like.
bad I buried it, so I tried to
And
uncover
wait,
it.
you only felt bad because we brought up that you had
Oh,
done
yeah,
that.
if
And
we
then you're like,
weren't there.
okay, guys, I guess I'll dig it
So
back
she's
up.
texting and
Oh,
digging,
God.
not looking where she's digging.
Yep. And she unearthed this bug, but
it
not
came
all
out
of it.
with-
She unearthed half of it. So half of this bug is still stuck, and it's wriggling for its life.
I
It's
got it
wriggling
out.
for its
Positively
life.
wriggling.
It's covered in dust.
She proceeded to stamp on the other half of the pile again, where his body was under, and
He was leaking,
squished him a little
remember?
more.
I did
so
not.
when he came out, he was leaking all of his bodily fluids out the back of him. So Steph was just sitting there, just laughing, just dying laughing.
Yeah, because we
As
were making
all
fun of
sitting
you.
there like,
Because of-
Stephanie, what are you doing to this poor bug?
That's why I was laughing, and because Dan was like narrating the entire thing, I almost peed myself. I was laughing so hard because of you guys. I felt bad for the bug. I really did. I'm not.
So then
a monster.
someone brought up
She is a bug
that
murderer.
we should just kill the bug. The bugs live through too much in the last 30 seconds. So
It overcame. I put a
such a
barrier around it.
unique
Remember,
looking bug.
it was just sitting on this
yeah,
mound.
you put it in a
You did a
cage.
hand
A moat.
tornado.
I made a moat for it.
No, yeah,
And
no.
it
Oh,
just-
yeah,
You
stranded him on an
You made it
island.
stop. It was trying to walk in a direction, and you made a bug stop and think about its life.
Yeah, you know one of those Looney
did.
Tune. You know one of those Looney Tune moments where they like are
like
sitting there with
Castaway.
like 5 tons of TNT
Yeah.
and it blows up and there's this massive crater and they're on just this like tiny little pillar. That's what
Exactly.
the bug was feeling right
It was
there
like
because
Lincoln.
he was just sitting there, his guts hanging out the back of him as he's just
That
like,
was so gross.
what's happening?
See, that's why I was laughing because that shit was
then-
going on in the background.
So then someone told Steph to finally put the bug out of its misery, and what did you do?
She strategically threw
knocked
it into the fire,
But on
but
the edge.
not in the fire where it would die
Currently
a
leaking
quick
all
death.
over.
She
threw
threw
it
it
at
on
the
the
edge.
edge, so it shriveled and suffered through the last
It was
moments
like
of
a
its life.
Tried. I grabbed it on the stick and I just
She
flicked
flipped it, and it just-
didn't make it all the way and I wasn't gonna reach in the fire. It's fine. It's a bug. It's a bug. It'll live.
You know
I'm
what
sorry
you have no
for what I've
appreciation for
done.
life.
Should I make
It's a bug that had a life. He was going around. He was on Jordan's shoe. He's like,
courteous to
man,
the end.
this is
Here,
a nice
let's
shoe.
just. I'm gonna cheers to the bug. I'm sorry I killed it.
Here's to
Here's
Archibald.
to the bug.
What did we name him? We
I
named
don't know
him.
what else to say.
Joe just said
Sorry.
Archibald.
I said Archibald.
Hello.
but
It's a bug. It's fine. That's my PR announcement
Bugsy.
about it. I'm sorry I killed the bug.
There's no PR you can do against murdering an innocent bug like that.
I'm sorry, Archibald.
Poor Archibald.
I'm
What do you
not
think
gonna
about it,
pull a
Alex?
Loxy here and lie. I'm just gonna say it like it was.
that
I
bug.
killed the bug. See, Alex is right there with me.
No, the bug was enjoying Jordan's shoe. He probably would have. You know what he would have done? We
oh,
flicked
now
him
I feel
off.
bad. Someone
It
said he
was fun.
had a wife and a name.
Oh
and-
yeah.
he
Oh,
was
he had
out
a whole
foraging.
family.
He just came to ask us for a s'more.
And he was
didn't
probably
know
just
if it
gonna.
was a
He was
male
gonna
or
leave.
Exactly.
There was a mouse later that night that
Oh,
was
yeah.
that was going through the s'mores. We
I
didn't
fed
kill
it.
that mouse, did we?
No, I gave
brought
it
it
graham
up.
crackers. You
Why?
can hear
Is it better than a bug?
I brought it a piece of broccoli and a
Oh,
marshmallow.
yeah, I forgot of the mouse too.
I put them
Yeah.
side by side, and the next morning I went back to see which one it preferred.
Yeah.
And the marshmallow was half gone.
Someone said
Didn't-
one subscribe equals one prayer for Archibald. And you know what? I
gotta
totally
take
support
a knee.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gotta take
we,
a knee
we
for
all
that.
must pray for Archibald. And Archibald's young ancestor is here to join us today.
Young ancestor?
Our young,
What?
young
Okay, wait.
brother, the
Finish
other
your
way.
thing.
Uh,
What?
Ar-
So it ate half the marshmallow and that was it?
that was it. I was
Oh.
just that. Yeah.
Okay.
It was. I like that trip, Jordan. Thanks for
That was a
making
great
trip
dinner.
happen.
That was fun. Yeah, that
That
oh
dinner
my
was
gosh,
fantastic.
that meat was so good.
I was able to catch a Gengar and
I was too.
What was the other one? we
Charizard.
caught? Oh, the Charizard. Yeah,
That
that's
was a
right.
big
Yeah,
one.
that was a
Can we not
big
talk about
Pokego.
that?
Mine
That was
glitched.
a large.
Yeah, I
amount.
lost it.
You lost your Charizard.
That was like an hour of our time. You guys
Everyone was just
running
whining
around
at me, and I was just like, "There's a
town, leaving the
Charizard
rest
here.
of us to get
I'm not
this
leaving
frickin'
this stinking
Pokemon."
Charizard."
Well, you know when? So after we caught that Gengar, you know, I went to go buy shirts. Obviously, we were doing the shirt thing.
Yeah.
I went into the store, and this guy had a Gengar hat on. I was like, I just caught a Gengar, and he was like, oh. He's like, where did you catch it? I was like, it's just down the street.
He probably went
And
down there
he was
and
probably
didn't
working.
find it.
He was working. He probably didn't leave. I felt bad for him.
Oh.
Yeah.
He obviously was a bigger Gengar fan than I was. Man.
Well, that guy sounded like he was a little salty.
Oh my goodness!
Was that your transition?
That was the transition.
He tried
So
to
okay, so
Practicing
one
our
of the
talk
things,
show
one of the things we want to work
Dun-dun-dun.
into this show that we didn't have in Creech Talk and stuff is segments. So we have basically we have a big list of segments that are available for us to pick from. So at the beginning of each show, we'll kind of go like, okay, so these are the segments we're going to pull from today, and then consistently do them across different shows. Not every episode is going to have the same segments, but all together we'll have a list of like.
Dan has a pretty fun segment for next week.
Okay.
Or maybe the week after. It'll be fun when it finally pops
Yeah.
up, though.
We don't want to. We don't.
So
But
this
I have a
segment,
segment.
and eventually we'll get cool flashy intros where we're just like, Alex, hit the flashy intro.
Bam.
Something just clicked.
There it is, right there,
I
and it'll just
snapped.
kind of swoosh, and then we'll cut right into the
Yeah.
And maybe we
thing.
could have like shirts and stuff made.
We can have-
anyways, my intro for this
So
though.
Spencer's segment that he
There
would
was
like
one
is
hashtag sour Spencer.
Yes.
There was a hashtag spicy Spencer. So the next logical step for me was hashtag salty Spencer. And then you've
Now,
kind of
let
been
me
seeing
add-
it in videos
let me
recently.
add-
Spencer.
Let me add that Spencer
Ketchup
gets
Spencer.
legitimately mad during some of our recordings, and it's
That
quite
Battlefield
funny.
one, I got pretty mad at you.
Spencer's getting really mad at me in Battlefield. He gets really mad at me in Overwatch if we're not doing good.
Well, the problem is you know when it's happening.
Oh, yeah,
and
of
you
course
just
I
like,
do.
you
I
like
just-
it's like
I
a
just
scab.
kinda-
You're just like picking
I
at it.
just
You're just
kind
like,
of claw at Spencer and wait till he gets saltier, and then before long he's a packet of Morton
Pure grain of
Morton
salt.
I'm glad that GTA tennis
You're a
thing. I
silo
don't know if it's gone up yet, but when it does go up, I'm glad that cut together well because all my salt was pretty much cut out of it.
You were so mad.
I was so-
It was so
Well, it
funny.
wasn't
We
doing
were playing
anything.
tennis, and I was just crushing Spencer in GTA tennis. I was just crushing
Is
him.
this
Dana was
when
a
you
great
brought it up
sport.
the other day
And
and you're
then
like,
he's
see?
just sitting
and you
there
were doing the
whining
playback.
because he missed every single serve, and he was just
I went
missing
through.
everything.
I went back through the footage frame by frame, and my racket was like this, and the ball was right here. How am I supposed to adjust in GTA like that? There's no intricacy. Anyways, this is
Okay,
what I'm
you're
talking
bringing
about.
up the skin
Yeah,
heated.
this'll go
skin
up.
Fanny
heated.
Svensson says, "Saucy Spencer."
Oh, I'll do a saucy Spencer at some point.
Saucy
I like
Saucy.
I'll have to get
Saucy.
more dim lighting though for saucy Spencer. Like,
just
Yeah.
kind of dim all the lights.
There you go. "Ba-na-na," and we'll just put a spotlight on you.
Okay,
What?
so what's the saltiest of Spencering about today, Salt?
So for hashtag salty Spencer, I was planning on. I have a topic I want to do each time. Typically, there'll be stuff that most people don't agree with, but sometimes it's obvious.
Yeah.
This week is one that most people don't agree with, I'd say. I don't know,
boy,
though.
here we go.
So my first topic this week is Red Robin.
Why are you saying
What's wrong
this?
with Red
What?
Robin,
Why are you
Spencer? I'd like to
salty?
be
Hamburger?
regaled in why there's
So
something wrong
There's
with Red
all
Robin.
these restaurants. There's Applebee's. There's Black Eyed Peas. There's
Black Eyed Peas?
Chili's.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, you're
there's
right.
all these. Oh, wait. Is that what it's called?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Black
still-
Eyed Peas.
There's all these restaurants.
No, wait,
where-
Black Eyed Peas is the band. It's Black Eyed Pea, right?
I think it is.
It's
P.
it's P, but it doesn't matter. People know what you're talking about. Don't
Okay,
worry,
you're
Spencer.
right.
Keep going.
So there's all these restaurants, right? They're
Yeah.
all pretty much the same.
Spencer,
You
are
go,
you about to say something bad about Red Robin?
just you wait. Just you wait, Alex. You can cut to your close cam in reaction to what I'm about to say.
Burger Spencer.
Red Robin's
here
a
we
big
go.
piece of shit. That's all I got to say. It's just wow. I mean, I've
wrong
never,
with Red
I've
Robin?
never been.
He's gonna break it down.
When I
Oh,
go
boy,
to
here we
trashy
go.
places, when I go to Denny's at 1 a.m. in the morning, I know I'm at a Denny's. Okay. When I go to Red Robin, everyone's pretty excited. They're like, "Let's go to a place. Let's sit
You know,
down. Let's
sometimes
eat."
I forget
Yeah.
I'm at a Denny's or IHOP, and then I get something, and I'm just like, "This is not what I'm remembering." Like if I get like an omelet or like it's
almost
just
got
like this
sick the
big
last time we
mound of
went.
powdered eggs.
It's
with
like the
like,
dish they make in the
mystery
morning and put in the
veggies.
front, so you can see it's like plastic food.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
But it
yes.
looks fresh.
Is that scary?
Gross. It's
Okay,
so
anyway,
gross.
continue.
Yeah, go ahead. Spencer.
So I mean, I've never been more let down when I go to a restaurant than Red Robin because I have had a group of friends, some are the Ghoulies. They've gone for 11 years in a row to Red Robin every day on the same year, and it's like a thing they do. So I went one year.
That's a fun tradition.
Yeah, it's a fun tradition, and I went because obviously I was a member of the band, and I went there, and you're greeted with this kindergarten-esque decor. It's
Yes.
very depressing. There's like giant Lego mega blocks everywhere. It looks like a place where a wife would go. She'd take her 6 kids and contemplate how she's going to divorce her husband.
Oh,
it doesn't
God.
look
Oh.
like a place where you
That was
go
accurate.
to.
I mean, that was specific.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's really
saying this is a
specific.
place you don't go to enjoy your meal there. They always have some shitty movie like thing. They have like X-Men Apocalypse Mega Blueberry Slushy.
Okay, so they do have a lot of movie tie-ins. I've noticed.
they do.
had
But
it's never
one
good
time they had the
movies.
Hercules burger.
Oh, wow,
From the
Hercules.
new Hercules with
They
Dwayne
put
the
some
Rock Johnson.
some
Oh,
fried
really?
jalapenos on it.
They
I was
did.
gonna say
oh,
They
Oh,
did. It was a
wow.
fried jalapeno
Surprise,
burger.
Robin.
But it's just like
Robin.
they always have. It's never good movies. They don't have like. Oh, let's see. What's a good movie? Ah, Jesus, I can't think of any right now because all I can remember is
Any
bad
good
movies.
movies? Stand By
Oh.
Me.
What? Stand by Me?
Moulin Rouge.
Well, I mean like modern ones.
X-Men. You already said X-Men.
X-Men Apocalypse was a little.
I know what you mean. The Chili's kind of fell into that trap too.
Yeah, I mean they
Yeah.
fall into these things because like the good movies don't need a Chili's or a Red Robin tie-in. They don't
Let me,
need
let me
that.
say that I have
That's
Red
seen.
Robin
okay, I see what you're
I've
saying. I see
seen
what you're saying.
more movie / product related tie-ins in recent like months than I ever have seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Progressive / the Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
with Flo
Ghostbusters
and
got
stuff.
in on a lot of
And
stuff.
then they've done Papa John's and Ghostbusters. I guess Ghostbusters was just on a lot of different things, but I've seen a lot of different types of product tie-ins with
Yes.
movies
Okay,
recently.
wait.
You don't see a
Maybe
Nice
crappy.
Guys movie tie-in. That movie was solid. It was a good movie.
That was a good
but you
movie. I
don't,
like that
you
one.
don't go
I was sweet about
to
that
Red
one.
Robin and see like, oh wow, they have the Nice Guys 70s smoothie.
knuckle
Spencer, you already said
sandwich.
it though.
I already said
it
that.
caters. No. You already said it. It caters to a younger demographic at Red Robin. So having those movie tie-ins is catering to that younger demographic that comes
Yes,
in.
it's just like, okay, aside from that.
Spencer, Red Robin doesn't do that, though. You're thinking about Denny's.
No, I'm thinking about Red Robin. I remember that Mega Blueberry X-Men Apocalypse slushy or whatever the fuck they had at the time. I remember I was there. But the first time I went to Red Robin in recent memory, the first time what I got was, it was a burger. And I don't usually make this mistake. I'm usually pretty good. I got an egg on my burger.
Okay.
Now, usually I'm pretty good at judging
Oh,
where to get
goodness.
eggs on my burger. You know, the steak and shake.
Goodness.
I don't usually do Alamo. It's a little thing. But, you know,
Yeah.
at Red Robin, I got it, and like it wasn't cooked all the way through. The whites were running off of my burger.
That's rough.
The
That's
inside
rough.
was like
Nothing
spilling.
makes a burger less appetizing than having raw, runny egg whites.
Yep, it was
Ew,
sad. I got
irritating.
the burger. It was like biting into like a plank. It was just gross. It wasn't tasty. It was way too overcooked. The fries were bad, and so I was like, okay, my mistake. You know, I got the black pepper jack. You know, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Next time I go there, give it a second chance. I get a regular burger this time.
Okay.
Still just as shitty. Again, it's my
Spencer.
problem. Why did I get a burger again? You know, third time I go
You're
there.
at Red
How
Robin.
can you
no.
fuck up chicken tenders, right? How can you
Oh,
fuck
my
up
goodness.
chicken
Okay,
tenders?
Don't ever
wait,
mess with
wait a
Spencer and
second.
his chicken tenders.
The
Dear
fact that
Lord.
chicken tenders is one of your go-tos.
You're
It
a
is.
Red
Any
Robin.
restaurant
What
gives you
excuse me.
absolutely no room to critique any restaurant in this world.
No.
Spencer, I don't want to hear it, Salty Spencer.
There's good
No
chicken
restaurant in
tenders
this
and
world.
there's bad chicken
There's no
tenders,
such
and there's
thing
a
as
huge
good
difference.
chicken
Everyone's
tenders.
like, "Oh, you have mac and cheese? Oh, you have chicken
Oh, my
tenders?
goodness.
You know the range you can get on these
about
items."
You know, you
Extend
judge a
your
sushi
palate.
place by the rice.
It's a good point. I went to a sushi place. Rice was falling off of my roll.
No, not
That
the.
sounds like a full other salty Spencer rant.
I want sushi now. That's
But I mean,
goodness.
okay, so
Ooh, that sounds so
getting back to
good.
the point here, Red Robin is not good. And every time I talk about Red Robin to every single person I know, they're always like, "It's
Ooh,
not bad."
You had the
slap
bitch
shot.
All in
claps
favor,
going,
do I
my
hear an
goodness.
aye?
Aye. Wait,
what?
in favor of what?
Boycotting Red Robin.
Oh, aye.
No.
wait.
Like I
Last
said,
time I went, you ever juice some, like make like a fruit and veggie like juice?
Yeah,
Like,
smell a
and you
little
get all
smoothie.
that pulp.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got I got the
copy
veggie
Spencer.
burger, and it was like they took that and mashed it into a dip. Put some salsa on it.
Okay.
On a stale bun.
I do have to
And
say,
said,
when
good.
you can't do vegetarian stuff right, you just have to think about one thing. Taco Bell doesn't do it that bad. Taco Bell has all these bean options, and it's actually relatively delicious. And it's Taco Bell. If Taco Bell can do vegetarian options, why can't
Okay.
other restaurants? Anyways, that's aside from the
Spencer,
point.
how about you wrap up
Or
your
Red
Salty
Robin.
Spencer segment
I
right
had no
now?
idea.
Just
we
wrap
were
up your entire
happening.
story in like 2 sentences. Like, what
Not-
do you want
not two
people to take
sentences.
away
I
from
got a
this?
little bit more than
oh,
that.
jeez.
17 sentences.
But with Red Robin, I'm saying this again, but I didn't finish before.
Okay.
People I know like it, and I don't understand why. It's fine if you enjoy it, I get it. But Red Robin is a place, when I go out to eat, I want to eat good food. I want to go to like,
Okay.
I want to go to a Star
So what
Kitchen,
I'm
a
hearing-
Star
There was a
Thai,
time
like,
when it was good.
there was a time.
I'm hearing
That
from
was my mom
Spencer
and I.
right
That was like our
now
place.
Oh, it's Red
But now,
Robin?
I
that
don't know.
he is
new
currently
one.
knocking Red Robin down into the bracket of Denny's IHOP.
Oh no,
Del
I think it's
Taco.
below. I think IHOP
Whoa.
is not good, but it's not bad either. I think IHOP is a solid 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. slot.
If you just want
Yeah,
hash
I can
browns,
agree with that.
eggs, and whatever,
They
like,
can't. No,
pancakes,
you can't.
They're
even get that
significantly
right.
better breakfast restaurants. It's not good. Don't
Jesus.
don't mistake what I'm saying. But it's not as bad as Red Robin.
I think I'm getting saltier than Spencer right now.
But
Yeah.
my whole point is that I don't understand people's obsession with Red Robin. Apparently,
I've never heard
everyone
of an
I know
obsession.
likes
But
it.
they have
Spencer,
the
I've never heard of
Nanamu.
an
I could
obsession
name
before.
I could
Whatever
name
the hell
probably
it's called.
12 people who enjoy it. But my
There we
whole
go.
point,
Someone said it. Make
What?
your own food then.
I do no. Hey, but can I just say, I never go to Red Robin out of choice.
Powder
I go to Red
fries
Robin
for
because
everybody.
I'm in a group of 7+ people, and they're all saying like, "Let's go to Red Robin." I'm like, well, I don't want to be that one asshole who's like, Red Robin sucks. So I go
Because
with
you
them.
are an asshole for saying that.
Yeah, and I don't say it. I'm not saying you should change your views. I'm giving you a point of
Village
view
Inn.
from Spencer. Okay,
Oh,
well, let's
not
not dive into that
Village Inn.
territory.
Let's
Better
not.
than IHOP.
Okay, I mean they're all in the same tier.
I think Village Inn hits par.
I haven't
Okay.
been to
IHOP
Village
used
Inn in
to. They used to be
forever.
gold standard, but every time I go, it's like I regret this
Okay.
$9.
If I ever had a choice
Pair of eggs.
to go somewhere, it would not be Red Robin.
For-
That's my
yeah,
whole point.
truth.
I am saddened by how many people I meet that love The awful place. And that's my whole point.
you
And that's
spit
my
up?
first salty Spencer.
You know,
Okay.
That was
my
like the Spanish
aunt had to be
Inquisition.
taken to the hospital after eating Village Inn.
Oh!
She woke up in the middle of the night coughing up blood.
No, what?
Wait, Panda Joe's face.
What'd you get?
Yeah, wait, what?
Potatoes or something?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, if that can get you.
Internal
Oh my
bleeding.
god.
The Irish ate
Village Inn,
potatoes however they
internal
wanted
bleeding.
for hundreds of years. How did Village Inn fuck it up?
We weave Brillo pad right into your meal.
Oh man, I'm used to that.
Where was that?
Don't say
Oh
it.
yeah.
No, I love that place.
Okay, I'm not
Don't
gonna say the
it.
place.
Where did
Don't
we
say
go?
the
I can't
place.
even remember.
I'm not gonna say the place.
Yeah, I
So-
love the place, so don't say it.
Yeah, I
Family owned. That's all
don't.
you
Yeah,
need to know.
it's family owned, so I'm
It's
not gonna
just
say
where
the
we
place.
went.
It's really good food. Don't say it because they're
They
gonna
get a
be able to-
99
I'm
out of
not.
100.
I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after.
So I went to this place.
I genuinely
we went
love
to
this
this place
place.
for lunch, and I do enjoy the food here, which is why this sucks even more. And I'm gonna continue to eat here though because it's just really
It's
really
a rare
good.
thing, I hope.
Yes,
Yeah, hopefully
agreed.
this is just one in a million, but I was-
Did
that
you bring
day.
it to their attention?
I didn't because
No.
Stef took it and hid the evidence.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry.
So anyway, I was sitting down. We got our food, and I started biting into. It was some kind of chicken dish or something, and I start chewing, and I'm just like, "This isn't right."
My enamel is
My enamel is
jettisoning at a
tingling.
record rate.
So
Feels
I
like I'm
reach
chewing
into my
on
mouth
tinfoil.
and I pull out a strand of a Brillo pad, probably about this long. It was,
Metal
one of those
wire.
metal wires. It's pretty much a metal wire, that flat metal wire that came out of this piece of chicken I was eating.
I'm just picturing like a Disney animated flick where they like, you know how they follow like a floating feather? I'm just
yeah.
picturing it following like a floating Brillo pad through the kitchen
Like-
as it lands right on your piece of
I
chicken.
mean, I don't really know how it would have happened because you clean stuff. Like, it's used for scrubbing.
Yeah.
So the only thing I
Yeah.
can think of is if it somehow stuck to the plate and was transferred
You know what it could
during
have
the
been?
deplating.
What if it was one of the bristles on the grill scrub?
Oh,
I'm
maybe.
trying to think of sources
maybe.
of wire,
That could be.
but it was a little long for that.
Yeah, it was a little weak to be a bristle, though.
And I don't think a Brillo pad just kind of undoes.
Yeah.
I guess the appeal.
I don't
of
know.
them is
Yeah,
that
it could have been like a sealant to like a package or something. I don't know. But either way, I almost got my mouth sliced up and possibly my stomach if I would have swallowed it. So it
God
sucks,
forbid.
but it just speaks volume to how good their food is because I'm going to keep eating there.
That's
Oh,
impressive.
Yeah, I will too.
I have to say, I'm going to do something real quick.
Next, it'll be
If
razor
you live in
blades,
Colorado,
but
I'm
we'll
going to
get back
rattle
that.
off the best restaurants I go to.
Oh my goodness.
Urban Egg, best breakfast place.
Oh, I like Urban
never
Egg.
mind. I'll just let you go. Whatever. I'll tell my favorites later.
Urban Egg's best breakfast place, in my opinion. Star Kitchen, best Chinese place.
Okay.
Star
Where's
Thai,
Star?
best
I'll
Thai
take
place,
you to
but they're not related. I don't know. They both chose Star, and they're really close to each other. Those are
It's
my
an
favorite,
empire.
and they're just solid restaurants. Whenever they Star Kitchen has the best fried rice, so go there.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn it. I'm thinking about dinner. I'm sorry, you guys.
Next time we'll have the hubcast catered.
And if you really like frog porridge, go to Star Kitchen.
Frog porridge.
They're legit like Chinese food. Like their menu is probably
I've
400
never had
items
frog
long,
porridge.
and they have like every
Where
unique
is
item.
this?
It's over in like Lakewood.
I'm gonna have to find it.
I can go there with you. It's pretty good.
That sounds.
That sounds pretty good.
Oh,
I do
and
Interesting.
Chinese dish.
something basil,
I think.
wild basil, good sushi.
Wild basil, good sushi.
Sushi.
There's a
Okay.
place called Sushi Mango that's pretty good.
Sushi mango is really
Sushi
I like
Mango is
sushi
pretty
mango.
darn good. It's over on
They
Highlands
moved.
Range Parkway and University area. There's like a little spot in there.
Also, don't go to any restaurants in Highlands Ranch
Why not?
Red Robin's
except for
over
Urban Egg.
I
That's
was
in
like
Highlands
Urban
Ranch.
Eggs in Highlands
Highlands
Ranch.
But I would say every single time I've gone to a
There's-
restaurant in Highlands Ranch, I'd say 75 to 80% of the time I'm disappointed. Because
Well,
all the
if
great
you
restaurants
ever go
are in
to
the
chains. The chains suck
Oh,
no
boy,
matter
here
what.
we
So
go.
it's not a chain. I'll go to restaurants and it's just they're not trying.
Okay. Well,
You
I
gotta
can
find
see
those
that. That's
homegrown. Mom
Exactly.
And pop.
The shittier the decor, the more I like the
those
place.
Are the best ones.
Yeah,
Except
but
for Red Robin.
They're there to make food,
Oh my
not give you
goodness.
a tasty sitting environment.
Exactly.
I want a tasty dish.
tasty
Tasty
dishes are where
lick.
it's at. So I want to go quick over to Alex and ask him basically a current event section here. What has happened recently? Because Alex keeps up to date on everything, no matter how meaningless and pointless, like the Apple conference today, it is. So Alex, what has been happening that we should talk about?
Is that a hint?
You mean in terms of the Apple conference or in terms of news today?
Everything.
Well,
Oh,
there's
boy.
a new iPhone.
No one cares.
Has no
new-
auxiliary cord.
There's a new Apple Watch.
Has
one
no
cares.
auxiliary cord.
It never did.
I know.
Whoa! And then there are 2 PS4s.
Do they have auxiliary
Wait,
cords?
what do you mean 2 PS4s? Like 2 styles of PS4?
So wait, is it like Scorpio and then the
you mean
whatever
the
one they're
Pro?
coming out with?
All right.
What?
Bear with me, guys.
Okay.
PS4 Slim and PS4
Ultra.
Pro.
I'm sick of consoles.
What?
I'm done.
I'm done with consoles too.
I'm done
I'm
with
very
consoles.
happy.
Yeah.
I have
I
done
don't
a
get it.
very good job of converting almost everyone in the office away from consoles. I
saw
think the last
what
one
I have thought.
is Alex.
I saw a
Just
great
you
tweet
wait.
today
What?
by Adam Ellis over at Rooster Teeth. He was like, after watching that Sony conference, I can feel confident in upgrading my PC right now. I don't know. It's just we tried to record Halo 5 like maybe it was like a month ago or so. That was the most
Yeah,
that was
maddening
fun.
I was so
process
mad
I've
because I was
ever
so
been
excited.
through.
There's so many awesome Halo 5 custom games and like Forge things that are going on. We were going to record some, so we were like getting really excited. And we sat down and just network issues after connection and game
That's like a
issues.
couple
It was
hours
just
worth of-
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Well,
and
nothing-
partly has to do with we're in the office, so sometimes it throws away like a lot of issues with network and that and stuff like that. But we're able to join each other on PC.
Well,
so
3 of us were able
They
to get
can-
into a server
and
together,
you
but
built
not
them.
4.
Yeah. That
Built
one.
them.
I built those PCs with my
And
own
the-
2 hands.
And
Yes, you
those
did.
other ones were under the rigor of quality control, and they can't even connect 20 feet away.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it could because they didn't overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
They weren't trying to sell you the same thing.
Well, you used to LAN
every
party
year.
super easily back in the day.
Yeah, you just plug in, it's
Yeah.
good to go.
Yeah.
And can I
Well,
just say,
probably
nothing
a lot of-
frustrates you more than stuff like that where we work on something for an hour and it just ends, and then we have to move on.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well, like,
you
that's
try
just
and put
incredibly
as much
frustrating.
into something as you possibly can, and when you just get to that point where it's like you can't continue and it's not worth it, you just lost like 2 hours of your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sucks so
and especially
much.
when you want to do that thing.
Yeah, no, I was so excited. I was like, I played Halo 5, not a ton, but like more than any other Halo
Well, and
since
the custom
Reach.
maps looked funny.
And I was really excited because like I really enjoyed how Halo 5 is set up. So when it came down to like the connection stuff, I was just like, oh, that's too bad.
It's so basic, too. It's like,
It doesn't feel like at this point in time this should be the easiest thing.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have like, especially when every game's like moving away from single and co-op. Multiplayer should be a breeze if that's the case.
Exactly.
There's no reason we should go into a game and have it be difficult.
that's why I bitch about consumer technology a lot, just because it's like, it's this constant like evolution. We're moving away from what we made already into newer territory. But then they do that, but then you look at the stuff that was state of the art 10 years prior, and they can't even do that. Or maybe they are, and maybe there's just something on our end that was.
I think
messing
partially a
up.
problem is when things can be changed, especially when consoles are announced, like back in 2012, when there was a lot of problems, like when the Xbox announced and said they had all of these social apps and like Netflix and all of that stuff, everyone shat on them.
Yeah.
So Sony immediately changed their conference, flipped it around and said, we have games.
Yeah.
And then everyone like fucking was like jerking off over Sony, which is fine. But then it's like at those points in times, if you don't freak out over the meaningless shit and freak out over important stuff, like actually having stuff working,
Yeah.
I feel like that can create like actual change as opposed to like, oh yeah, well of course the Xbox was going to have games. They didn't show a couple.
I don't know if anyone notices, but there's currently an underground race that's going on, a very vicious race being raced by all console providers, and it's called the VR race.
Oh yeah,
Every
Sony.
single, everyone.
does Xbox have one?
Xbox is prepping with Scorpio.
Oh, and they also have Hollow Point, don't they?
They're all trying to
HoloLens.
develop
HoloLens,
their
yeah.
consoles in a way that it's like so basically the model that everyone has seen is like, okay, why did the Wii blow up? The Wii blew up because it was a unique idea that applied to
Experience.
anyone. So anyone, doesn't matter if you're a gamer or not, was going to buy the Wii. That's why the Wii blew up.
But the only
That's why
reason-
the Wii was not successful is because everyone already had a Wii. They didn't see the need to buy a new one. So now that VR is happening, every single console provider is like, what can we do to get this in every person's
But they already tried that with like
living room?
Connect and PS Move or
I
whatever.
know, but that
And-
was the fallback of not getting the Wii jump on it. They
Well,
tried
and
the
problem,
Wii
though,
technology.
with like so the Wii, yeah, it sold great, but it's because it was the only one. There was nothing to compare it to. The Wii was just the Wii.
It was a
Now it's like,
curveball.
okay, which VR should I get? Should I buy the Oculus? Should I buy the Vive?
that's the
Should I buy
thing.
Sony? Should I
the
buy?
Oculus and the Vive are not consumer products. There's very few people out there that
can
have the
actually-
computer and can actually afford $700, $600, whatever it is, worth of VR
Well, our
equipment.
computers barely run some of those
have,
games.
And have the room to do it. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of a big commitment. So every console provider, they make consoles because it's a cheap gaming solution. They want to try and make a VR
They're
solution.
just trying to sneak it in.
They're trying to sneak in and be like, we're
It's
going to
not
be
a
the first
product I
ones
could
to
say
get
they're
our
proud of.
VR system into everyone's household, because once that's there, everyone's going to buy it up, even non-gamers, and then they're stuck with that, and they're going to keep on buying games after that.
Yeah, it's
but
like,
then they're not going to really, like, and then whoever's second is going to come in second, whoever's
But
third
they're
is
still
going to
going to
come in
sell
third.
because they put all that. That's what I don't like about it, is that it's this arms race when all you have to do is do some legwork on the internet, buy the pieces, and put it together. Like I know it's more complicated than that, but like no one that I know that builds their own system has ever like scoffed at it. Like, oh man, I got to go build my computer. Everyone's like super stoked to figure it out.
Right.
It's like, why not invest in that? Something that you can upgrade at your leisure and not worry about getting the next shell for it. So yeah, if you're a console person, I get it. Like I like the release and the
I don't
the
think
cult around
they're
it,
the same
but-
thing.
But it gets old because they've already sold it, and what you realize that they're selling the same thing every.
Whenever I see people like try to fight over which has better resolution between Sony and Xbox, I'm kind of like,
Who
you
cares?
guys are trying to compete to who has 1080p. Like,
Yeah.
why are you? That's sad. Like, you should be pushing them to both be better. There's no
Yeah.
reason games like should come out and be like, will it be 1080p? It's like, no, it will be 1080p. PC's at 4K gaming on some games. Granted, you have to
Yeah.
have a fucking like nuclear engine in your computer, but like,
Did you say 4K?
4K?
Because the PS4 Pro is 4K ready out of the box.
Does that work with every game though?
No, because not all games
I just wonder.
Are optimized for 4K,
will
yeah.
developers actually want to make it in 4K?
Eventually, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, you can play a lot of different games in 4K now and higher resolutions because it's basically just an option. It just scales everything up, so it's possible. And like a lot of people that have big monitors, the 4K monitors are able to do that.
I think
Yeah.
I think another thing though is like
It's all-
I love our Vive. I think it's really fun, but it's kind of like the Wii. It's like, man, this is really cool. What else am I gonna do on it? Like I love every week when we do VR Wednesday, but I don't think that like is it worth that much money for someone who can't return profit off of
Well,
it?
I
Because
think-
we've made our money back off of the
Yeah.
Vive, but I wouldn't buy the Vive if I could. I mean, it's a really fun like like if you were at a conference.
I think VR is still like tech at this point. Like it's not really like it has like a forward facing thing
Hasn't
like
been refined.
Vive and Oculus, but yeah, it's just sort of like I kind of equate it to when like a system like the Atari first came out back in the day. Like that was the bee's knees,
Yeah.
But if you compare that to what we can do today at the drop of a hat, it's nothing.
I think
you
it
know?
just
So, like,
depends on if it's going
we're
to
in
be
that
like
Atari phase for
Virtual
VR.
Boy or if it's going to be something that's actually like can. I mean, it's really fun, and I like that developers are working on it. That's the only thing is like if bigger developers are willing to work on that. Like that Star Wars thing was fun, but that thing was short. Like we need like full-fledged games on there to actually warrant
they'll
that
get
price.
there. They're game production time is 3 to 5 years. So
Yeah.
and
sandbox.
Picture
right now.
where VR
It's like-
was 3 to 5 years ago.
yeah,
it was
so
pretty much you just sit down and
needs
put
to
on a
kinda
screen.
breathe before anyone can release a full-on game. So,
Yeah.
but before we move on,
Anyway,
I heard
VR is pretty
Don't buy
fucking
the
cool.
snake oil.
Move on.
I'm sorry. I hate to. I've just been since discovering the power of the PC and the capabilities and how it doesn't get in its own way.
You know, I remember the first time you used keyboard and mouse.
I've always hated it. I've
No,
always
yeah,
hated it.
I hated it too. By the way, when I started, I was like, "Man, keyboard and mouse sucks."
But now it's like
We're gonna keep.
maybe one day you guys will advance to the point where you play GTA with a mouse and keyboard.
I don't like the
I've
driving in
contemplated
it.
it.
I've contemplated it too.
Keyboard's
It's-
fun. It's hard.
that's
You
like
have to
my
write-
one
aim's better.
gamepad.
I
game
aim
still.
like
A pro.
the proest pro on GTA because I have the mouse and keyboard.
Oh, the
I mean,
proest
driving you have to get
pro.
used to, and it's a
The
little bit
proest pro.
weird. But once you get it down, it's easy as using a mouse and keyboard. I mean, a controller.
Yeah.
So, Steph, since we've just rambled on about all this technology and noob. I mean,
Oh, yeah, someone said in the chat,
know,
I
I
feel
was
as
saying,
lost
like,
as Steph is because
I like-
apparently
I-
I hadn't heard
I know
of
what
it.
you're talking
Steph,
about, but
you
I don't have
bring
enough
up- you
knowledge
bring
to
up-
pipe in.
You bring up
That's
some
fine.
kind of current event on your side of
Ooh,
interest,
I'll talk to you about some trashy stuff.
and then we'll chat
What are you
about it.
saying?
Oh, you
No,
mean
I know
like
she
what,
likes- she
pop
likes the
culture
trashy side of
shit,
pop
like
culture.
Perez Hilton and all that
Whatever
fun
you wanna
stuff
talk
she
about.
has
Sinister
going.
Spencer.
We should have a Steph segment. What's it called? Trash with Steph. No, I'm
Oh,
joking.
trash. What
Okay.
did we say? We were making jokes that we were gonna call it bish. Like
the bish?
the bish.
ditch?
Because you go bish, please, or
But
bitch, please.
But Dex, it goes bish.
Yeah, that's a Dex
shoot.
has a like a
Okay,
bish
well,
thing.
I can't take that. I don't know.
He
Anyway,
does.
Yeah, and then
I
I've
know what
never
it is.
heard him
It's like
say it
one of the
either, but I'm
character
not
Yeah,
gonna
I think it's
steal
his
that.
friend.
Bish. Oh, okay.
I think it's his friend. Well, and also there's a channel called Jack's Films, and he has like bich. So like you gotta find something. Yeah.
Everything's
okay,
taken
just bring
nowadays.
something up. Well, what's
Anyway,
happening?
How about
in
this
the world?
bitch with Steph?
You can always just
How
I like
are
it,
Tay
bitch.
Swiggy and
Oh,
Tom Hiddleston?
I'd love to talk to you about
First
this.
of all,
Hiddleston.
everybody need a beer.
Hiddleston. What?
Oh, do you need
Everybody
another
need a
one?
beer. I didn't mean to.
I'm
I'm
not
make a
done.
beer
You're fine.
run.
Thanks. I'm good.
I
Thank
thought
you.
I heard this morning that they had broken up already.
What?
They did?
No.
Can I get a confirmation
Can
on that, Alex?
we
You do a
can you
quick
check that
search,
on
or
Google?
do
Because
I
I
need to
didn't
on
see
mine?
anything,
Well,
but
I'm
it's
gonna,
possible.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about my opinion on this as well.
Can we not talk about them because we all
I
know
think
it's
you're
just
being incredibly judgmental because she hates Tay Swiggy.
Okay, I do
and
not hate Taylor Swift.
That's the second after just Taylor Swift.
it comes up
It
that they
comes
broke up.
No. It's just
Look
like
at that
if you go to
excitement.
Google,
Look at that
my
excitement.
goodness.
Well, okay, let
You
me
wore a
just.
shirt that said "I love Taylor Swift," right?
They
Okay,
broke up.
and
It's,
when it
it's
does
confirmed.
that-
When I
It's
showed
confirmed.
Steph that picture, she went, "Ugh."
Because it's
Taylor
gross.
Swift
Like,
and Tom
what?
Hiddleston cut ties after 3 months of dating.
You know what? You might be right.
It was a fucking publicity stunt. Like it's simple. Like it's so bizarre because she. Okay, do you want
Taylor
to hear
Swift
my
and Tom
reasoning?
Hiddleston.
So
This is
here's
so
the
sad.
deal. So her and Calvin Harris were together, right?
Calvin
Preach.
Harris.
Calvin Harris, he's
Preach.
great. They were
Who's
together. Huh? Calvin Harris.
who's
He's like a, I guess DJ. I guess is the best way to put
Someone
it.
said to call it batch, like you're like a super
Oh, I
white
like
girl.
that. Batch.
Batch.
Can I just say something really quick? CNN has a really good little
boy.
tagline.
CNN
What in
is
the
covering
world is
this. That's
Barbie
great.
Starlight Adventure ad? Get out of here.
That was a great ad.
CNN.
It was
CNN comes
transparency.
in hot
Oh,
right
okay.
here. Well, that was over Hiddle swiftly.
Oh man!
Goodness.
I like that cut.
Did you cut to Alex laughing?
He just cuts over to himself.
I think
Goodness.
you were being judgmental in it, but it was probably publicity.
Summer fling. He
stunt.
said he wasn't ready for so much PDA. That makes sense because if you're gonna date Taylor Swift, like you got to be ready for cameras on you
please.
constantly.
Is she
Well,
gonna have
yeah.
a new song that says like "I miss Loki" or "I hate Loki" or something?
I miss
I low-key
Loki.
miss you.
I
she's-
I
Yeah,
low
see
key
that?
miss you.
Someone just hit it. Toast and butter. Taylor Swift needs a new boyfriend to make a new album about.
Well,
That's all she needs. He was just material for her.
I
Just
just-
material.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, wait, let me finish my story.
I'm gonna
Okay, go
pitch
ahead.
something really quick. Sorry,
Okay,
2
pitch it,
seconds.
Pitch it.
Spencer, you've
Okay,
been
you got
talking
2
for me.
seconds.
Let's
And then I
jump
gotta
into
Okay, you can talk.
No, wait, no, pitch it. I want to hear it.
All right. So essentially, this is gonna be super quick.
Okay, go.
Picture you're just there, right? Taylor Swift walks up to you,
Hey Tay. Okay.
and she's like, "Hey, I think we should date for 3 months. I made content for my album. You get to date me and get more popular, and you get to date me
And get more popular.
and get more
And
popular."
date me.
Right.
And
And
then
then
we get to
he's
go to
like,
Red Robin
okay.
with
And
it.
then if you're Tom Hiddleston, you're kind of like, I don't know, I'm pretty well accomplished, but I mean, you're pretty attractive, so I guess I like sexy chipmunks. You know? So he's like, yeah. And then
I
you go
just
for
met
it.
you.
And
This
this
is
is
Here's the key
crazy.
to my
but I'm a sexy
apartment.
chipmunk.
Here's my number.
Meet me at 7.
I'll write an album about
You'll
you.
meet my mother.
All right, that was my
Like a cat. 'cause
Yeah,
she
you
loves her
continue on,
cats. She
Stephanie.
loves her cats. No, I was just gonna say. So she was dating Calvin Harris, and they were together for a while. I can't remember the timeline. Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris.
Okay.
But then they broke up, and literally the next day, I swear, it was the next day those pictures leaked of them, and it was like, why would you move on so fast? And then it was like all of a sudden it was like they were all over the place, and it's so that picture of him in the wife beater saying "I love Tay" is the.
I do have to say that you have
What?
to picture
Like,
it,
who
picture
does
it
that?
from their perspective.
Hashtag relationship goals. I mean,
Her
very
and
real.
him could have been together for like 2 weeks prior.
That
we don't
would've
know.
been pretty funny.
I guess it's true. I don't know her love life. I don't know. I just thought it was weird. And it's just a weird pairing because they're just in such different worlds. But they had that video of them dancing, so they could have met at some like gathering. Who knows? I just thought it was weird. And they
they're
broke
over
up
now,
for
right?
yeah, but
Okay.
look at like he's everywhere because he was
Crisis
dating Taylor Swift. What,
Taylor
Skull
Swift
Island
got
is
dumped
coming
because
out
she sucks
soon.
in bed, is what everyone says.
She probably, you know what? She could be a
Invite Snoop
feisty
Dogg.
me.
feisty cat in the bed or
Sorry,
in the
I had to
sack. We don't
interrupt
know.
That someone
What?
just suggested we invite Snoop on here.
Oh,
I would. My cousin met Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
He can,
I was so jealous.
he can
I'd
come
love to
pitch
meet
his
Snoop.
new chocolates.
Yeah, he's got those new chocolates out.
Yes. I can't
Yes, he
remember what
does.
they're called. Something.
No.
Something Snoopables.
Well, I had said they should have been called Snoopy snacks, like Scooby snacks.
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
copyrighted
Snoopy.
thing. I don't think you can do
It's
that.
true.
His
I
product's
just
real
thought-
classy.
yeah, he
Box
just seems
is
fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
No, I would
Okay.
love to chill with Snoop.
Snoop would be cool.
Anyway,
Someone,
got
said,
his
Anyways.
contact,
someone
right?
said they wanted a Mead update.
Well, that was a good story.
Someone
to
said
talk
they wanted a
about.
Mead update.
Oh, Mead update.
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Mead.
we could definitely do a Mead
I
update
can break
section.
bottles out.
I don't know. We don't need to
We'll do that
show
next
them.
time.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
do it next time. We can set up for it later and have them ready for us. But
John Cena. Sorry, that'd be a
John
great. I
Cena's
love
still in the house.
I love John Cena.
Still murdering
Oh
everything,
my
and this
goodness,
mic
what just
setup
happened?
is atrocious.
Yeah.
His is working fine. It's the same thing.
I think it's all about the angle you have.
I have it
at.
pitched
That
up
could be
against
it.
the seat now, so it might be better.
Yeah.
I couldn't move it without it falling.
Yeah, no, it'll be different next week.
So
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
figure it out.
yeah, there's still refining to go with the show. So far, the 2 5-gallons are doing good. The
We're
Orange
chugging.
Blossom is chugging along. These guys actually, for the first time, finished off one of our meads, and
Was that the
it was
first
the
batch
Orange
of Orange
Blossom.
Blossom?
Yeah, it was the
Orange
first batch of
Blossom's
Orange
really good.
Blossom got
That was
finished,
good.
and then we tested the Sunflower, and that thing turned out pretty darn
That
good.
came around.
It came around quite
It's
a bit.
Very dry, appley, cidery flavor now.
Ooh, that sounds up my alley.
Like yesterday.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
and we
good.
didn't
I
like it
liked
at
that.
first because it was real, just sort of.
No. I look back. We liked it. It just wasn't anything spectacular.
Yeah.
It wasn't super sweet, and it was sweet. It just wasn't super sweet, and kind of had a cool little aftertaste, but it wasn't anything spectacular.
The nuttiness has
but
been
it's
there
definitely
through-
evolved.
Yeah,
since
now it's
then.
like a champagne, and I want to throw some mulling spices in there and see what happens. Some orange cloves, something.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
I think that's the longest silence we've had since we
I
started.
know.
I know.
That'll be,
Pretty good.
that'll be a fun segment though. To have Mead,
Yeah,
and you guys can
we'll
chat about
have
your
more updates to go. But right now
endeavors.
and then we have
Do
the.
it live.
I don't
Yeah.
know what's
Make
happening with
Mead
the other
live,
two
that'd be
little
cool.
ones. The maple syrup one and then the.
I don't think the maple's started. Has it?
Do you have a bubble in your
There's a
throat?
bubble in my throat.
I was about to say,
I love
Bring the
that.
mic closer to you, Joe.
There's a bubble in my throat. Can you
There's a
hear it?
bubble
Oh,
in his
I
throat.
don't like
There's a
it.
bubble in his throat. There's a bubble in his throat.
there we go. A little
Um,
bit strange.
Yeah, but I like these little. We have those half gallons that we've been using, and I like those because we're gonna have these, 5 gallons of these base meads. So then we can just siphon those into those half gallons and then do like different fruits and spices. We've talked about this ad nauseum, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
more accessible now. Before it was like, oh, I'm afraid to do this because we're gonna waste a whole gallon of it. Now it's like you have these smaller little samples that you can do.
Exactly, yeah.
And that, worst cases, you have a half gallon that's. Well, not even a waste because if you just let it sit for 6 months, 4 to 6 months, it turns into something else.
Yeah, things evolve quite a bit. So
But
yeah,
it's pretty cool to see how forgiving this whole process is because it seems like something that just shouldn't, like it doesn't want to happen. It's like something human that's forced to happen, but it's just naturally these things slide into
existence.
into existence and they remain and they evolve.
They do evolve. It's quite interesting. We're excited to see how some of these do evolve over time.
And you guys have been doing this for almost a year now, right?
Yeah,
Your-
no, yeah, we
your
just passed a year.
Did you guys celebrate your year
Cheers.
anniversary?
Well, we are now.
Like third cheers in the
Cheers to a
episode.
year
Mead,
of
mead,
me.
Cheers to a
mead,
year.
mead.
Cheers to it.
So the plan
Hello.
was that
Cheers,
next
sir.
RTX,
Side sipper.
we're going to go
You
through
know
the process of looking into a liquor license
He,
so that
like,
me and Joe
has
can have
to go all the way back.
separate section of the booth where we actually, sell/taste test mead.
Are you gonna have a
for everyone.
tap?
We're gonna
If
do
you are of
slush.
age, if
yeah,
you
we
are of
might. And then we
age.
can do
Oh,
slushies.
yeah.
Mead for everybody.
It'll
If
be-
you're
it'll
All
be a
ages,
mead.
all genders, welcome.
No,
That's not a
all
camera.
ages. Not all ages.
I'm always like looking off into this.
I don't look at any of them. I'm
crazy
looking
shit.
at the lights, and then
We
I.
need to. I think if we get a system that lights up, like most production studios, what happens is they'll have a little light above each camera,
so you can
then
see
you
which
know
one's
which one
going.
is
So
currently
this one's
live.
going right
that's
now,
cool.
right? This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the middle one.
I
Right
was
there.
like, what if we got dowels but different colored tennis balls up there? That way, I'll be like, at least you can look.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
like the light idea better.
Yeah.
I looked at that camera once when I was talking about Red Robin. That was about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
usually you can usually count that if you're the only one talking, Alex is doing a good enough job switching to the one so that you're looking at
I
the
look up there and then I'm like,
right one. See that?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. See, it's working.
So it's that one right now.
So this is
Ouch.
our stuff.
This is our.
Yeah, so if you guys are talking and you are the only
That's
ones
everybody.
talking, Alex has probably switched to
Oh,
it.
I
so
should
you
have
can
been
just
looking
look
at that
one.
camera more. I wasn't even paying attention.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. But
So
yeah, no,
meat's still rolling.
this is
for sure.
exciting. I'm really happy that we were able to get this podcast up and going. It's been a blast so far. We just, we needed an outlet to talk. We just wanted to be able to talk about random crap. There's so many more, and feel free to make suggestions, if you guys think there's, something we could add to the set. something we can add segment wise, suggestions on that. There's so much. I mean, this is our first one of this podcast, and it's really exciting that we've finally gotten something like this going. So thank you so much for everyone that is here today to watch us.
Yeah. Thank you.
I will be I have uploaded, just so everyone knows, I've uploaded all past Creature Talks onto a server, and I'm going to get it set up so that those are all fully accessible. So if anyone wants to go back in the archive and listen to any of those, you can. But I'll also be setting up the hubcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, and whatnot, so that everyone can keep up to date, as well as it being live on YouTube, usually the day after. We'll be fine tuning it as far as.
If you have any suggestions, feel free to message us, post on Reddit, or message us on Twitter.
Tweet us,
so we look through them.
And we will be getting a podcast email set up momentarily, and then we will be doing questions from the audience, so you guys can have a podcast, an
Someone
email to
says
mail
read
to.
fanfics.
And we
Soon.
can read
we'll probably do
fanfics.
Start writing your fanfics.
I think we're like an hour and 10
We're
minutes.
closing in on an hour right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, someone asked, what do you do? What do you put in your beard? What do you do to make it look so nice?
Yes, coconut oil.
Oh.
I get Vita Coca. It has a toasted coconut smell. It's awesome.
You said you had a wooden
I just got
brush.
that. Yeah.
Are you
I got a
excited?
little wooden comb, and it's like saturating with the oil, and it gets stronger.
Ooh.
And there's a legacy there.
Yeah. Coconut is fantastic for hair, skin, everything.
Yeah, and it's.
Your
I just get out of
health,
the shower, and then I
coconut's good
melt
for
it in
you.
my hand and get my hands all oily, and then just rub it through.
Go to town on that beard.
Yeah, so we have a few more minutes. We can chat about stuff. I just wanted to kind of get that stuff out there.
Yeah, that's good to inform.
I think we have a few pretty cool things in mind. So we just did, if you guys didn't see, we just did the Don't Breathe skit thing.
That was fun.
That was really
That turned
funny.
out great.
And I figured, we've been doing movie nights for so long. I wanted to kind of revamp what that kind of thing was, and it came in the form of like, hey, let's just do a video based around what the movie is. So the Don't Breathe one was just like, hey, let's be in a room and go off of what the trailer did, where it's just like, hey, now you see what I see, and everyone's in the dark, and he has a gun.
There was an
and
idea
stuff like
circling
that.
around a while back, kind of like that, where we'd base a skit off the trailer.
Yeah.
But this just
Yeah.
feels a little bit more natural
This
and not quite
is
so.
more in line with kind of what the stuff we do a lot of the time. It's just
Right.
kind of the fun experience pieces.
I think
that
it
we
comes
just-
out better too.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun.
That
I
video was
loved
really
how
funny.
the video came out. I was really
Yeah.
happy with it. Took some time to set up, but really happy with the product. So we actually have in mind a few newer movies coming out.
Bridget Jones, baby.
The next idea is
Bridget
pretty
Jones,
great
baby.
though.
That one?
Bridget
Yeah.
Jones, baby.
Just
Just
because
gonna.
of the name on the board, when I first like that's the name, I was like,
It's Bridget Jones.
that's
It's
too much. But every time I see it, I'm like, that could be.
Are they going to address the fact that
I
she
love
looks
Bridget Jones.
significantly different than
Yeah.
the second movie? Because she's changed how she looks.
oh yeah,
completely.
she changes for those movies.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I
that's
mean
true.
like she got
Oh,
an
you mean in real
immense
life?
amount of plastic surgery.
Yeah, she's
That's just
looking a
Renee
little bit
Zellweger,
older,
though.
but
She just looks weird.
Hey,
But I was
Renee
gonna say, someone
Zellweger is a
mentioned it.
beautiful
They didn't
woman.
even have that line in the movie. That
What
now
movie?
you see what I see.
Oh, that's true. They don't.
No.
It was really sad. It wasn't in there.
I like when they don't have everything
That is
that, you see
definitely
in
a
the
trailer
trailer
shot, though.
in the
yeah,
movie. It's
totally.
annoying.
To
when you
some
see
degree,
everything.
I think like some movies, like for the Suicide Squad thing, I think that was too much.
Oh my gosh, they show the whole movie in every trailer.
I know.
Or yeah. And,
See, when Dan
yeah,
gets in,
that's what I meant. I don't know.
You
I
better
zoned out.
believe him and Alex are going to be sitting here for like
But they showed like
15
half
minutes
the movie
at a
and
time.
like wasn't. But like some of it, a lot of those shots weren't even in
Yeah.
the movie.
Like I get if you
But the
see a
re-
cool shot, but I don't want to see the whole movie in the effing
I agree with
trailer.
that, yeah.
Yeah, you know, because it ruins it. Like when I go to see a horror movie, I know what scares are coming because they show it in the trailer, and I'm like, well, that ruined that scare.
Don't Breathe was pretty good though. I don't
like
like
Don't
scary
Breathe.
movies though, so that's not my thing.
Hey, feed
Oh,
off
I love
the,
scary
the
movies.
thing.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
My goodness, Spencer.
Sorry, I'm
Etiquette.
in mom mode.
This is
Mom
Joe's
mode.
baby right
my
here.
baby.
So if you're doing anything against
Speaking
it,
of babies, back to Bridget Jones' Baby.
Yeah, that was a good transition.
So,
I
I'm
just want to
kidding.
say the title of what that challenge could possibly be, because every time I hear it in my head, I'm like, that's epic and creepy.
Right? I know. I'm pretty.
Wait for
I was
Bridget
I
Jones'
haven't
Baby?
seen-
I came up
haven't
with a
seen
challenge
that.
for Bridget Jones' Baby that I wanted to do.
Did you hear? You remember my
So-
challenge, right?
Which
Stay
one?
tuned.
I was saying we all try. We have sex with as many people as possible
Oh,
and
my
see who gets
goodness.
who, and we get pregnant.
Okay,
and we see who
everyone.
the father is.
Thank you so much for watching.
Who has your baby
Maury on the
first?
show.
The first
Yeah,
episode.
well,
We'll have Maury
Are we
here.
at an hour?
First episode of the podcast,
Oh,
the
I guess we're done.
hubcast.
Okay.
We're hitting an hour right now, so I figured we could cut it off. We're just gonna sit about
Bong
an hour
rips
for most of these
outro.
shows. Huh?
What? Bong
It
rip
says
outro?
Bong Rips outro.
Someday.
Well, guys, I have
Ricky.
one right.
Yeah,
we
let's
should
just
have
pull
like
out the
in
massive
between.
bong and I'll rip it at once.
That could be our centerpiece.
It'll
We
be
put
a
some flowers.
quadruple one.
We
Do you
should
have
get a
quadruple
bong
ones?
centerpiece.
They make every sort of.
We need
Okay.
quadruple
anyway,
this
smoke.
all together.
Thank you so much for
down.
watching
Yes.
the Hubcast. Like I
Yeah,
said,
thank
this
you
thing will be up on
guys.
YouTube pretty soon.
Any
wait.
last words?
Wait,
Any
what?
last words?
What are you saying, Alex?
Joe of Painting Season 2 is starting on Sunday.
Oh yeah. Woo!
Yeah. Woo!
There's
Joe
also
painting.
on Monday. Is it Monday?
Yes.
There's going to be a
Oh, yeah.
live stream Joe painting thing.
We're doing
yeah.
yeah. Special event live stream. Where am I looking?
So that's a double Joe
Oh
painting.
wait, put on this one.
No, it's cool. Yeah. So yeah, season 2 starting. New twist
go.
on it. You're gonna love it. We're having a lot of fun doing it. And Monday we're doing. What can I say? I don't know.
I don't know yet. It's
Just
it's
leave
a
it at
stream.
that.
It's a Joe painting related stream. So
Non-related to the new
we're
season.
gonna
It's
get more
special.
info on
It'll
it,
be
but
the-
it's gonna be a fun time.
Yep. OG Joe painting setup. We'll be standing doing the whole Bob Ross vibe thing.
For the Monday one.
Yep.
But
for
yeah, I'm chatting
Monday.
with
For
you guys,
Monday.
Season
too.
2 is a little different. You'll find out. But the thing on Monday, live stream, it's going to be going for probably. I'm just going to take my time on it, so you can tune in throughout the day. But we'll get you more details as soon as we kind of hammer them all down. We have a
Yeah.
lot of factors in play, but it's going to be awesome. I'm excited about it.
That's a lot of painting.
And the chat's going to be up, so we're going to be streaming it, and I want to hang out with you guys. And so yeah, show up and bring your best.
Yeah.
Is there anything else before I end
Anything
this?
else?
I think that's it.
I think
so,
that's it.
Since we've never done this before, Alex, I'm going to have you, once I wrap it up and say goodbye here, I'm going to have you switch to the status screen, and we're going to go back into playing music to play us out, okay? So get ready.
Play us out.
Wait,
What do you
and
do?
we
have to blur
Play
the
us out.
camera.
I'll
again.
blur the camera.
Okay.
Okay, bye
Get ready.
everybody.
To play us
Goodbye,
out. What is
everyone.
that?
Thanks for
Bye,
watching.
thank you
That was a
for
great
coming
interview.
by. That was
Thanks for coming out,
wonderful.
guys. We'll be back
Thanks for
next
coming
week.
out.
Dan will